Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We're back here in Val, the newly discovered Val, and we're going to read these plaques. The Avenue of Her Reflective Thought. Our Lady in the Actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. Okay. At meeting a low door frame. Sorry, what? Wow. It's a very poignant statue. And his head suddenly weighs too much. Oh, it's scratched by a vandal, so that's probably not what it actually means to say. Oh, Mathrath again. About his unfortunate hair. Oh, it's regret. Mathrath's penitence and unrelated headache. The Avenue of a Reflective Thought. The Avenue is inspirational, but wise travellers do not linger in their respects. Not just because the bazaar awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that Child Empress Amy abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. Wow. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to stall the spot in similar fashion, and a place of otherwise reverent thought always carries a faint odour about it. That is absolutely disgusting. Oh, the fact that there are signs here has me worried. Alright, what's in here? Pierre Murray, who are you?
You'll forgive if events are a little too flustered for commerce. Nothing personal, Inquisition.
That's good to know. I guess I don't blame you. You have a nice collection of things, I must say, but I guess I will come back at a later date. What about this side? Anything in here? The Emporium of Mortal Means. For all matters of defensive concern, offensive intent, and study of arts martial, and with sanction, magical. Ooh. Merchant.
Not open today. Not until this fast is over, at least. Too many swords out.
So I'm guessing we have to meet with the clerics and the Templars, etc., before anyone will actually decide to meet with us. All right, what's going on with this codex anyway? Places. Falomire. Oh, the Falomire. I spent the last week in the Falomire. The bog stretches forever, and it's slow riding at night when the mist gets thick. You can still travel along the old roads, and there's enough good hunting to make the trip worthwhile. Fish, birds, even a few hearts. There's one thing to look out for, though. When anything dies in the water, the mire preserves it. I was stalking a magnificent buck when a corpse clawed out of the water at me. I'm not afraid to say I ran. No rack of antlers is worth fighting a demon. My cousin in Fisher's End thought it was funny. Says he has to look out for undead every time he goes outside the village. I don't know how he stands it. That does sound pretty shocking. The Forbidden Oasis. I met Bayard in Valfermin. From here, we will travel with the Mines to the western approach. I already missed the sound of your voice, but the contract they offer will provide for us. And what is a year if I know you are waiting at the end of it? Bayard says the Mines call the place the Forbidden Oasis. I fear perhaps the water was poisonous. You hear of such things, or that the area was home to one of the beasts in Joachim's books. Bayard simply laughed and told me not to worry so much. When I asked how the Oasis earned its dramatic name, Bayard replied, "Don't ask about the door." That's worrying. The Storm Coast. I cannot say whether the Storm Coast receives more inclement weather than any other stretch of the northern Ferelden coastline. That hasn't stopped the region from boasting more than its fair share of tragic tales. If all are to be believed, rich merchant ships blanket the depths due to the follies of their proud captains. The infamous and likely fictional pirate Denelif Sally gave up the sea to become a Grey Warden while standing on these shores, and countless young women pined for grooms lost to the waves. I witnessed nothing so fanciful on my brief sojourn to the coast, however. The area is sparsely populated, and as I watched the waking sea strike the shore, I could see why such tales are born. The Summer Bazaar. We rededicate this jewel of Valrio as the Summer Bazaar of the First Line to reflect the spirit of renewal that is at the heart of the capital and of our people. Let the strength of the four always guard the grace of the Empire. Let the blossoms and promise of the changing seasons be a tribute to trade and public gathering. For here, in the name of the Lion Valmont, we will be an example to the world of how our legions respond to adversity. Our way cannot be threatened, for it embodies the truth of tradition and the promise of progress. The blight finds no purchase in the heart of commerce. Valrayo. Ah, this is a massive one, not surprised. Valry or any resident of Royan will say it is the greatest city in the world. Many take such pride for arrogance, but they do so through smiles as they nod in agreement. But such is the cost of doing business in the capital. Valrio is in every way a world leader in commerce, culture, and its own exaggerated beauty. The site was found during Everin's grand unification, the result of a mix of influences not so much balanced as driven together. And while such an amalgamation would be cause for chaos elsewhere, the prosperity of the region has enabled an upward spiral of indulgence. The capital has endured the ages to become a beacon of civilization, and its citizens the measure of modernity. Just ask them. An element of Vario is notoriously risque, and it exists harmoniously besides the aristocracy and the palace bureaucrats. Indeed, the aristocracy tends to indulge in the city's darker side quite frequently, if discreetly, and that only adds to the mystique. Nobility elsewhere tends to be much more conservative and concerned about their reputation, even if a trip into the capital to indulge a few private pleasures is not completely out of the question. In Vario, transgressions are suffered and forgiven with flamboyant urgency. That is not to say the city is without lasting scandal or hardship, but one must squint past the gilding to be allowed even a glimpse, as Royans are very careful about the face they present. Such it is with the massive nobility and the underbelly of their streets. There's a very intriguing place, is all Valrio. What's this read? The first line of Orlais. In respect to Emperor Alphonse Valmont, the lines of Orlais repeat... Oh, we leveled up. Fantastic. The lines of Orlais, a repeating element dedicated to the great defenders otherwise noted. It is rumoured that one is gold, one is bronze and weighted with poison, one is chocolate and one is watching. As the saying goes, dare we all a thief to test his back and learn which is most dangerous to try and deny Orlais. In truth, all are lead and leaf. Don't pretend to ride them too long, lest the mind give way. Fair enough. Right, so what ability can we give ourselves next? Do we want more subterfuge? Evasion? Chance to activate 10%? Your certified style gives a chance to dodge enemy attacks taking no damage. Yeah, we'll take that. That could be quite useful for us. Okay. What's this say? Not of heroes, united in hatred. If we are re-examining motive, let us not stop at the sons of the betrayer. For the first leader of young Orlais after the sons was Jashavi, Châtel wife of 2 of them, but examine the facts. A proud daughter of the Syrian, chosen not unkindly by Isarath to be his bride, it was her reach that granted him power to unify. Consider what she witnessed in the consolidation of her people. She's always been portrayed with sadness. What if when our nation was born, the game was born with it? Judge her actions not as property, but as master, and what changes? As victim, Isarath, rumoured cruel, breaks the clans in a lust for power. His brother Verald, exiled from his own machinations in young Navarra, appeals to the saddened wife and promises a new path. The brothers vie and Verald wins, and then demands the hand of Jashavi. Another Verald and greedy for power. In a decade, the shy victim, Jashavi, is the figurehead of the people's rebellion against the last son of the betrayer. As master, bound to rival his far older, she harbours a hatred beyond Tevinter, and while Isarath is distracted with personal concern or with building a nation to withstand his own people's enemy, she invites the broken brother and sets him against the driven. While accepting marriage to the victor, Jashavi sees rebellion among those who remember how their lands were taken not a generation before. Both leave her as ruler as Gyoja, but should not the rule of a victim be uncertain? Jashavi rules for 42 years. There were no great swings backward, no people's retribution, for she had become accustomed. If the goals of Isarath were selfish and the goal of Jashavi was to reverse them, then all is born of the failure of both. But if Isarath built his father's will and Jashavi wanted revenge, then we're a nation of 2 successes. 2 parents in opposition but in partnership. I admit I could not make heads or tails of that story. This is the merchant again, isn't it? Yeah, we're just gone right back in here. Right. So, what's around this area? There's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, we can fast travel. Some areas have multiple levels. Click the icons at the top right to view them. Oh god. So Orlais has... Sorry, Val Royeaux has 2 levels. Right. Interesting. Can we examine that? Oh, what's this read? She of the Highway repents. Gallows master, hold thy hand, hold it back a while. Callous juror, let me stand, let me bear a smile. I'm not going to read that because it's a song. I would completely butcher it, probably. So can I actually get round here? Just... How do you get in here? There we go. Yes, I should jump over the damn thing. What's this? La pomme vie est morte. It is said that the apples that grow near the gallows will be bitter on the tongue of a lover who will betray. It is also said, although by different people entirely, that unripened fruit should not be the only consideration when investigating matters of fidelity. The latter are lonely most evenings among the arbours of the Sun Bazaar. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think fidelity should go purely down to some fruit. I will agree with them there. So that's the gathering. I'm just going to read a few things around them before we actually talk to them. Emperor Florian. Grand Duke Florian was not supposed to ascend to the Orlesian throne. His elder brother, Emperor Judicile II, had 2 twin sons and thus a very secure line. Florian was free to pursue other interests, none of which revolved around the game. Indeed, the Imperial Court largely ignored him, and that was how he liked it. All that is recorded of that era is that he married, produced a single daughter, and afterwards showed little interest in her. An outbreak of the 100 Days Cough in 877 Blessed changed his plans. Both of Judicile's sons perished, as did Florian's daughter. Racked by grief, Judicile lost interest in ruling, turning over all matters pertaining to the rebellion Ferelden to his advisors, and instead spending his time hunting in the country. When Judicile was thrown from his horse during a fox hunt in 884 Blessed, Florian was suddenly vaulted into the throne. Famously, his response to the Chevaliers delivering the news at his estate is said to be, "This will not do us all." A private and somewhat eccentric man, Florian limited his appearances at court and dealt almost exclusively with members of his own family. He was extremely particular about his habits of dress and grooming, eschewing current fashions for the sake of comfort, and refusing to wear cosmetics or powders of any kind due to an intense dislike of being dirty. Powerful and connected nobles who had served in the cabinet since his father's time were turned away in favour of his younger brother, Renaud, his sister Melisande, and his cousins. Children were banned from the palace, even the children of servants, with the exceptions of his nephew and nieces, who were tolerated only on the condition that they remain out of the Emperor's sight. Regarding suggestions that Florian and his youngest cousin Megran were lovers, the truth is uncertain. If such a relationship existed, it was no doubt kept private due to Florian's aversion to public life and not from any fear of rumours. Such rumours, after all, were likely spread due to the Emperor's refusal to sire another child and thus secure his line. Many believe this failing would eventually lead to civil war. The only real evidence of a relationship with Megran is a loud and very public argument that the two had prior to Megran's appointment, or exile as he saw it, to the throne of Ferelden. Megran is said to have called Florian "my darling," and neither man chose to explain the argument later. The predictions of civil war almost came to pass upon Florian's death in 919 Dragon. With no clear heir, the throne eventually passed to the only daughter of Grand Duke Renaud, Celine, after a vicious struggle that threatened to consume the Empire. And I believe she is still Empress today, isn't she? Right. So we'll check around the other side.
The Inquisition is here, along with the Herald of Andraste.
We are not threatening. Right, Grace of the Empire East. A plaque reads, "Welcome all before the Grace of the Empire. Stage and audience for the use of all, for theatre and business, for partnership and proposal be seen." And also below reads, "This display is reserved for songs traditional by Lord Bramford and his players. Cancelled." Oh. Well, that is a shame. This display is reserved for discourse political with attending professors of social matters from the University of Orlais. Note that all vendors of loftable groceries will be closed in the hour beforehand and for 1/2 after. Loftable groceries. That is a hell of a term. This display is reserved for presentations of affectioners, though private, and also discounted spirits presented by company Misdirect Theatre. Okay.
Templars will help us as they always have.
Barnabas, is this another merchant who won't do anything? Yes.
I cannot possibly.
Noble citizen?
The Inquisition. We don't require that sort of thing.
Oh, there we go, we've been dragged into it. Not surprised. It's only a matter of time.
Good people of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. Her naive and beautiful heart silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. No servant of anything beyond his selfish greed.
Right. We have a real enemy,
You
yes.
say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late.
Uh-oh.
The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Oh, shit! What the fuck was
Still
that?
yourself. She is beneath us.
How dare you, yeah.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
And who the fuck are you, sir?
Lord Seeker Lucius.
Oh, it's Lucius. Right, okay,
imperative
fair
that
enough.
you speak with-
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
The hell is this
Creating a
stuck-up
heretical
mother...
movement, raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Wow. Oh, do we call them the Templars? No, I don't think that's gonna work, is it? Or do we... Oh, we... why are you here, yeah?
If you're not here to help the Chantry, then you just came to make speeches.
I came to see what frightens old women so, and to laugh.
Oh, what a lovely person you are.
Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
And again, who the fuck are you?
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Wow, what a horrendous person.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Oh, you're
Has
telling
Lord
me.
Seeker Lucius gone mad?
It clearly.
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Will he see reason? Yeah.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does.
Oh, there will be somewhere.
Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
The Chantry remains operation available, so there's a lot more. We need 15 power to contact the Templars, but there's a lot more that's been opened up now in Valorant, it looks like. So let's have a wander around.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
That's the plan, yeah.
We're going to give it a try at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry's useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
Cassandra?
What do
Yeah.
you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, he is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Yeah, of course. Alright, go to
Head
Haven.
to
Sure
Haven,
thing.
then. We need good people.
Ah, go to the agents.
That, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
It's very surprising that someone in Valriol wants to go to Haven, considering the difference in class, but yeah, she means well, so definitely. Helps our cause. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks again, guys. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.